Heard people calling you Rambo. I guess that name kind of just was destined, right?
Yeah, I guess so. My dad always called me that when I was younger, and it stuck. And they heard my dad call me Rambo at the gym, so even coach started calling me, and all my teammates call me Rambo. So I'm like, it kind of chose me, really.
Yeah. This is Gardy with Clear Life Media. We're at the Clear Life Media headquarters in League City. We're talking to Ram Gandara. We're going to be talking about El Tigre Promotions. July 27th is coming to Baytown, Texas. You can get your tickets. You can also watch on Clear Life and on El Tigre Promotions social media. Hey, what's up? If somebody hasn't met you before, I guess reintroduce yourself and what can people expect from you?
All right. Well, hi. My name is Ram Gandara. I've been boxing for most of my life, and I try to be a little more tactical, instead of just brawling. Boxing, you got to be a little smart in there to compete really with the higher competition.
Mm-hmm. Looking at your opponent, looked him up. He is, I guess 6-3. He's ranked. You're ranked as well. Looking at the records, even the people that your teammates are fighting as well, they all have really good records. Is it anyone's fight, or what are you expecting to happen?
We all train hard. Our coach is really knowledgeable about boxing, so he tries to teach us as much as he can. And we all train hard. We all push each other. And even though they're tough opponents, we're tough. We're tough fighters as well. So it's gonna be a good fight, regardless. Whoever is against us.
Yeah, you're fighting at 122 pounds. What's it like making that weight, keeping that weight? It's the crunch time is on. The fight's on Saturday. What's that looking like for you?
Yeah, it's looking good. It's you gotta be disciplined. You gotta not look at bad food and stuff. So you gotta eat right and stuff. But no, everything should be good with weight and stuff.
Yeah, and you're from Galveston County. Where are you from? And what's that like representing? I guess here.
It's nice in Texas City. The water's right close by. So you get a good breeze. If you want to take a jog and enjoy the scenery, yeah, it's pretty nice.
I had a buddy, I guess we were in high school or maybe even junior high, and he started boxing, and I know for a while they didn't even let him put on gloves, but they just ran the dike.
Oh wow, yeah, that sounds pretty cool. Yeah, you gotta know. You can't just work out or train to spar. You gotta know a little bit before you start working on your mechanics and stuff.
What led you to even start? And I guess are you from Texas City originally? And why? How did you start?
Well, I'm from Houston. I was actually a little overweight, and some kids were trying to pick on me at school, and I had gotten into a fight. And I know my dad, his high or elementary buddy, he was a boxing coach. So while I was suspended, he took me to boxing. He was like, oh, okay, you're gonna work out. It was supposed to be like for a little workout, but I've been there ever since. 12 years later.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Was it like a love for the sport from the beginning, or is that something that you ended up having? Or
no, actually, I kind of hated it at first, but it's just the responsibility and the dedication. But I started to grow to love it. Mm-hmm. And now I'm enjoying it. I'm close to fighting good for good money, and it's really exciting.
Yeah. How did you end up finding or training at Lopez Boxing Gym?
When we moved to Texas City from Houston, my old coach Victor Rodriguez, he recommended Coach Lopez. He said it would be really good, and it's closer, so we wouldn't have to drive too far. Mm-hmm. So yeah, been there a couple years now.
Yeah,
Lopez.
So I guess you're 8 fights in to your career. How many more times are you looking to fight this year, or what's this looking like for you in the future?
As much as Coach says for me to say, for me to fight, I just listen to him. Train as much as he tells me to, and whatever comes.
Yeah. What do you think about the state of boxing, I guess, right now as a whole? We just got through another Jake Paul fight. There's a lot of, even what we've noticed is some of these guys are putting the records on the line, undefeated guys, as before everybody was trying to protect and pick their fights. What do you think about the state of boxing right now?
Yeah, I think it's taken off through social media a lot more than it has been. It's getting more recognized by people who aren't even interested in boxing. So I think that's a really good opportunity to get more recognized or get noticed. And the fights are looking good. People are looking good. There's some people on the top who are pretty skilled. So maybe hopefully one day I can contest or compete at that caliber.
Did you have a chance to watch the Mike Perry and Jake Paul fight or see any of the highlights?
I saw a little bit of it.
Yeah.
It looked, he looked like he was training. You wouldn't expect much from Jake Paul, but he put the work in, but it was a fight, an interesting one.
Yeah. I think one thing he does is, and that people are doing now is like you have to have that social media presence, or you have to have a following, or people, have to want to see you or be interested in whatever you're doing,
Yeah.
boxing or not. And that's one thing that he's kind of, done, I guess. Would you agree with that? Or?
Yeah, you got to get the word out. I mean, I could do a little bit more social media announcing myself and stuff, but for sure, like that's one way to get everybody to know who you are.
Right before we started this, we talked a little bit about an interview that we did a couple years ago, I guess, with boxing with Termite. I guess, where were you at in your career then? Was that, were you a couple fights in, or was that?
I think it was my second or third fight, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I was coming up, and I know y'all just started too, so we're both getting up there together.
Yeah.
Moving up.
Yeah. Awesome. Outside of boxing, is there anything that you had time for, or that you're interested in, or even any other goals?
I mean, but besides playing games, I know a lot of people play games.
Like video games?
Yeah,
or
video
what kind
games.
of what are you into?
Like, I don't know, survival shootings or just I like to play games with friends usually, but a lot of people tell me though I have a gift with like culinary arts. Like I like food, I like making food, or like seasonings and stuff. So like besides boxing, I think that my passion would be in like cooking and stuff.
That's pretty cool. What kind of stuff do you normally make? And that probably has to come in handy, especially if you're trying to stay on weight. At least and you can prep your own food and make it taste decent, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I started off with like baking and stuff, but like I've made a couple meals and they're pretty good. Like even my family likes them. Like they like my beans and stuff, but it's pretty cool.
But like, is it even like burgers or like Italian food, Mexican food, or what kind of, do you have something that you're like, this is what I like doing, or it's all over the place?
Yeah, I think I'm more, all over the place. I experiment with different things, and for sure, I don't know. It's not really like anything specific.
Yeah. I like grilling.
Grilling? Yeah, I need to get into grilling, barbecue.
Yeah, I got a pellet smoker, and it's kind of like cheating, but it's easy. You set the temperature and you stick it on. If you season it right, everything's good, and everyone's like, dude, this is good.
Oh yeah, I need to try that.
Yeah, I want to get one for our Clear Life, our building.
Or after the interview, cook some nice.
Yeah, that's cool. What's the secret with your beans?
I know there's cumin you put in there, but like I don't know, like I usually just smell it, go off of smell and taste, and I just kind of put whatever comes to mind, and like I usually eyeball it. I don't like have a specific measurements, just go off feel. What's
funny? There's El Tigre's last two shows that we've been involved with. They've had weigh-ins at this barbecue spot that's downtown. I can't remember the name. It's like two letters, like JNL. J Bar. Yeah. And the rice there, I don't know if you've had it. The rice is really, really good, but it reminds me of my grandma's rice that she would make. And so I had called my sister trying to get the recipe and all that, but it's like you mentioned, it was more like just throw a pinch of this for color, this and that. Yeah. And so it's impossible for us to get it right. But I had that rice. So at J Bar, if you're ever there, downtown Houston, I recommend that if you're able to try the rice. It's very good stuff. Ram, I heard people calling you Rambo. I guess that name kind of just was destined, right?
Yeah, I guess so. My dad always called me that when I was younger, and like it stuck. And they heard my dad call me Rambo at the gym, so even coach started calling me, and all my teammates call me Rambo. So I'm like, I mean, it kind of chose me, really.
Yeah. Did you ever watch any of the movies?
I seen a couple. It's pretty cool. He's pretty resourceful and intelligent the way he fights or goes to war. But I mean, I think I can reflect a little bit off of him. Right,
for sure. I mean, with the name, if you've been called that forever, it almost seems like you were just meant to be a fighter in a way.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Is there anything else that you would like to share?
I want to give thanks to, God for sure first. I wouldn't be here without him, and this is an amazing opportunity to, grow as a person, and give thanks to my dad. He supports me all the time. He's invested a lot of money to my fights and my career, and I'm grateful for that. And my sponsors, they always help me. They're paying for this fight. Vic's Gutters, Aqua Gutters, and Air Express Construction and Plumbing. They helped me out with this fight, and I wouldn't be able to do it without them. So much thanks. Also, my coach, he goes above and beyond for everybody. He never misses a day, and he puts all the work in, more than us. But I'm grateful. I'm thankful for all the people that helped me and backed me, and it's gonna be a good fight coming up. So I'm excited. Everybody else should put on a show, my teammates. So, you know, looking up.
Awesome. Ram, thank you so much for making time. I appreciate you.
Thank y'all so much.
July 27th, we'll see you at Baytown, Texas. El Tigre Promotions is taking over. You can watch on Clear Life Media. You can also watch on El Tigre Promotions social media pages.